think I'm live. Hello, hello. Hey, everybody. It's been a while since I've gone live, and yeah, just wanted to hop on, see how is everybody doing. So, what I actually want to talk about is this book, Think and Grow Rich. So let me know if you have read the book or you have copy of this book. I actually have two copies. So this is the classic copy of Think and Grow Rich, and so I don't actually highlight in this because I just wanted to keep it clean because it's classic. But this is the one that I actually study. So you see my highlights and notes and things like that. So and it's bigger too. So anyway, so I wanted to talk about this book because obviously this book is really famous. A lot of people think that this is the number one book on money, success, and business, which is true. However, once you really study this book, Think and Grow Rich, you're going to learn that it's actually not just a business book or a book about money or wealth, even though the title says that. It's actually a spiritual book. Okay. Why I say that? Because there are 13 principles in this book, 13 success principles. But if you go through this 13 success principles, which is laid out in the book in different chapters, right? So let me just kind of go through it with you. For the people that have never read the book, don't have the book, okay? So chapter one is introduction. Chapter two is desire. So starting with chapter two, desire is the first principle of success. Okay. And then it goes into the rest of the success principles. So the next chapter is faith. After that is auto suggestion. And then special knowledge, imagination, and so on and so forth. Okay. But so if you go through the 13 success principles, it's not really about business. It's not really about strategy or tactics, right? That's what most people think what success, what business strategy is, but it's actually more spiritual. And the reason why I say that is because it's actually teaching you, going through how you should use the power of your mind. Hence, think and grow rich, right? So there's a saying, and my first mentor. If you've been following me on my channel, you see me talk about Bob Proctor, who was my first mentor. So, and Bob literally treated this book like his Bible. And why I say that is, it doesn't matter which event he attended. So he used to host an event, like 3 days event called Paradigm Shift. I don't know if any of you actually had the chance to attend live. I had the chance to attend live once or twice. I forgot. Yeah, but very powerful, transformative events over 3 days. So every event that he's at, or every even on his YouTube, you'll see him, with his book like that. It's almost falling off, right? And he didn't want to change it because that was the book that was given to him that changed his life. This book, Think and Grow Rich. So again, if you don't know Bob's story, quickly I'll just share with you. So Bob, when he was 23, 26 or 23 years old, he was a poor firefighter in Toronto. Yes, Toronto, Canada. And he was miserable and he was in debt. And his first mentor, Ray Stanford, I believe, gave him this book and told him, if you want to change your life, read this book. And at the time, Bob didn't really believe that. He didn't really believe that he could change his life. But he believed that Ray believed in him. So he's like, okay, what do I've got to lose? And that's what Ray told Bob to read this book and actually apply the principles in this book. And within a year, Bob went from owning, he was in debt probably $6,000 or Canadian dollars, into earning $120,000 in a year, and then he went on to making millions after that, right? So, and and he always shared this story is that he never really understood how he changed or why he changed, because after that he started giving people this book, right? He's like giving people this book, but then not everybody that he gave this book to changed their lives. So he's like, so what's going on, right? And then he didn't really understand why. And then after searching and then reflecting for about 9 years, that's when he realized that, oh, like, because it's not just merely reading this book, but it's actually the application of the principles in this book that change his life. So if you have read the book, let me know in the chat if you have read the book. And this book, it's not, again, it's not meant to be just read. Some people is like, oh yeah, I've read it, and forget about it, and they never really applied it. This book is actually like a workbook, meaning that you're supposed to read it, pause, and then discuss, and then you ask, like a accountability partner or a mentor or a coach, like, okay, so how should I apply the principle into my life so that my life can change, right? Because merely reading it is not going to change your life. So with that being said, I just wanted to actually invite you guys. There's actually, besides the actual movie Think and Grow Rich, and I know a lot of people actually have no idea there's actually a movie about it. So yes, if you look it up, there's actually a movie, but there's actually also a series, if you will. It's called Principles of Prosperity. So it's Bob Proctor. He was the one who kind of broke down this movie into different segments. I think about 16 different chapters. Okay. So what he did is, instead of just the movie, it's still the movie, but then he would come on and share like his thoughts and add his teachings within the movie itself. So it's actually a 16-part movie, if you will. But each section is by each chapter, right? So anyway, so this program, you can actually buy it on his website, and it's about $2,000 US. And because I used to be his consultant, and I used to be one of his top consultants, and so I was actually gifted this gift. So I've had it for a long time, and I've watched it, and I've always wanted to just share and have a discussion with people who's actually also loves this book. And because when you teach it, you learn more, right? So anyways, so I'm actually really excited because this is the first time I'm actually going to be hosting a session, and it's absolutely free. And just wanted to give back, and in the name of Bob's legacy. So and it's happening in like 15 minutes. So I don't know, depending on when you see this live or watch the replay, I invite you though to join our free Skool community. So I have a free Skool community where we will have the replay. So if you missed the live session, don't worry about it. Well, you can catch the replay. And then also moving forward in the future, so because it's 16 parts, right? So today we're gonna be watching the legacy begins, how the legacy began, which is the story of how Napoleon Hill became the person who wrote this book, and his story, how he met Andrew Carnegie, the wealthiest man back in the 1920s. Okay, so that's what we're going to watch today, but it's only the first part, right? It's not even the success principle yet. So moving forward, the rest of the 15 parts, I'm gonna roll it out. Maybe not every week. I don't know, maybe every couple weeks. We'll see. I don't have the schedule yet. But if you are interested, you want to join the discussion with other like-minded people, I invite you to join our free Skool community. It's absolutely free, so why not? And that way you can also network with other like-minded people, and then you can also catch the replay. Okay, so hey Candy, hi, it's been a while. Yes, yes. Doing well. Good to see you. So, anyways, I need to hop off because I need to get ready for the other session that's in a private Zoom session because obviously it's copywriting and things like that. So I can't put it on YouTube, right? So if you want, I'm gonna drop the link to my Skool community. So feel free to join us. It's happening in 15 minutes. If you're able to catch it, great. If not, I will see you on the next live. Okay. Thank you, Candy. See you. Bye, guys.